When it comes to the gaming industry, Counter-Strike is definitely one of the pioneers. And all around the globe, it's one of the most played games. From amateur matches to professional tournaments with prizes worth a few $100s to prizes with hundreds of thousands of dollars. This game has gotten a huge fan base, which I'm sure has amazed us all. Ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, we've seen a rise in online tournaments. And worldwide, the popularity of the game and the number of players have significantly increased. But like in every other game, some bugs affect the game and could result in unfair successes. Unfortunately, one specific bug has absolutely taken over the Counter-Strike world. Yep, we're talking about the coaching bug. So what exactly is this bug and how did it start? And just how bad is it? Well, that's what we're going to be looking at in today's video. So let's just get right into it. First and foremost, let's answer the most crucial question. What exactly does this bug do and what is the cause? Whenever a professional team is playing a tournament, their coach can always watch them play on his own screen. The coach can then navigate through the whole team, making it easier to instruct his players. This makes good sense, right? Well, this bug somehow appears when the entire team dies. Subsequently, the coach's point of view will be at the spot where the last player on his team died. The view on the screen will accordingly not reset. This will allegedly make the coach stuck in a specific area on the map. Does this sound like a disadvantage? Well, it's definitely not. Even though the coach's view is limited to a certain degree, it still gives him a huge advantage, considering he can now potentially see the enemy team's movement. And of course, since the game is all about gathering information about the opponent, this makes everything totally unfair. So, when exactly did this bug start? The bug was first made public on the 26th of August in 2020 by Wisła Krakow's coach Mariusz Lord-Sabulski. However, that didn't mean the bug didn't exist before that, but as soon as the world found out, it became remarkably popular. Unfortunately, more coaches started to use it, even though it was absolutely illegal. Luckily, coaches who used the bug were simply banned from the game by Electronic Sports League and Esports Integrity Commission. But was Wisła Krakow's coach, Mariusz Lord-Sabulski, the one who found the bug? Obviously, he was the first person to make the bug public, but as mentioned, it could have been used way before. That's why the Esports Association team, especially Michael Slawinski and Steve Duden, have spent 12-hour shifts every day for weeks to analyze hundreds of previous games, trying to identify suspects who could be involved in the usage of this coaching bug. And hopefully, they find out when, who, and how long coaches have been making use of it. It's no secret that many coaches got banned, but how bad were the consequences? Wisła Krakow's coach Mariusz Lord-Sabulski and some other coaches that were involved with the bug were all banned from the game 5 days later. Immediately, further investigations took place. As a result, in January of 2021, 37 coaches from different teams were banned from the game. They received a penalty ranging from 6 months to 2 years, depending on the number of times they used the bug. Today, more information is constantly coming up, so we definitely haven't seen the last ban yet. The Esports Integrity Commission has recently made an announcement. The banned coaches who helped the investigation will get their penalty reduced significantly, and if coaches confess before the investigation, their ban could be reduced by 40%, the highest reduction announced. Also, if coaches confess partially, their ban will be reduced by 12.5%. Sadly, the coaching bug has left a considerable mark on the game, and the impact will for sure stay for years to come.
Right. And what did he do after that? That's nuts. So he actually shoots the AWP in the back of the head without anyone looking.
Gets the AWP and kills the guy CT.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's knifed him, and he's gotten away with the AWP. I'm starting to get nervous. There's no way. Caden, you can't win Pro League like this! You can't win Pro League like this! No way! Exile's left, 40 seconds and the bomb's on A. Take your time, son. You're about to make the play of your career. 30 seconds now. Exile's on ramp. He's got 30 seconds to think this one through. A knife kill?
Saw him.
He just has to hit this shot and he's done it for Heroic. The leader, calling well above his years, clearing corners. Oh, no!
One specific team that we should discuss is the team Heroic. At the moment, they are one of the most popular teams in Counter-Strike. However, they are under massive pressure because their coach, Nikolai Hunden Peterson, was found using the bug. This happened about a year ago, but people are now starting to question the players on the team. Have they been involved in the bug? And did they know about it? Accordingly, Hunden claimed something entirely different. Hunden said that he was the only one responsible for the action, and not even a single player on the team was involved. Furthermore, Hunden claimed that the team was actually unaware that the bug even existed. That's why the ban of the coach, Hunden, got extended. Previously, he was banned for 12 months, but the ban is now being extended for another 2 years until the 24th of August in 2023. The real question is, did the players actually not know, or was Hunden just trying to protect the team? Even though Hunden claimed no one knew, the real story actually says otherwise. Recently, Hunden completely changed his story, and now he claims that some of the team's players actually did know about the bug. However, he didn't name anyone in particular, hoping that they would confess themselves. Unfortunately for Hunden, no one admitted, and now Heroic definitely was not happy. Now here comes the fun part, an extract from a server log of a conversation between Nikolai Hunden Peterson, Renee Tess Madsen, and Nikolai Nico Christensen, which are players from Heroic, and it's been leaked. I'm sure you're all wondering, what was in this conversation? Let me tell you. Some parts of the conversation between Tessus, Nico, and Hunden show that the first time Hunden used the bug, no players from the team had any idea. But later on, everyone surely knew, which means all the team members were just as responsible as the coach Hunden. This conversation clearly makes Hunden's claim seem a lot more convincing. However, the CEO of the team Heroic, Joachim Haraldson, completely refused Hunden's claims. Instead, he stated that he had had enough of Hunden's false accusations. Further on, he said that Hunden should grow up and claim responsibility for his actions instead of blaming the boys on the team. Unfortunately, we can't know for sure who's telling the truth, but what we do know is that the bug was abused, since the Heroic players haven't received any penalties. Hunden doesn't seem very satisfied. As a result, he has been accused of leaking Heroic strategies to opponent teams, which could probably be a way to take revenge. Obviously, when a team wins, the coach gets a lot of recognition as well. And if Heroic kept winning, Hunden would have made a massive name for himself in the Counter-Strike world. Maybe he would have even gotten the title as the greatest Counter-Strike coach of all time. But obviously, it was all through cheating. Fortunately, that didn't happen, and Hunden just ended up getting banned. But where is the Heroic team headed from here? The team has denied any allegations of being involved, but unfortunately, the server's extract says otherwise. Therefore, the whole team and its players are now under investigation regarding the bug. If they are found guilty, the leading position of Heroic will probably go to waste, and they might all get banned for the same period as Hunden. Going back to the bug, only 0.1% of the 99,000 demos have been reviewed, and this resulted in 37 coaches being banned, which clearly shows that the number is yet to grow. Currently, there's a lot of focus on the coaches, but also the players are in trouble and may face punishment soon. The expected number of banned coaches might increase to over 50 or even 100. The coaching bug has no doubt put a question mark on the quality and outcomes of previous matches, since the bug might have been around longer than we think. In addition, the bug has had and will have a considerable impact on the Esports Association. They have to develop methods and rules in the future so nothing like this bug will ruin the game again. And even if a bug ever is found, the esports associations have to figure out how to fix it right away before anyone starts abusing it. To be honest, it's all a mess right now. The Esports Integrity Commission has to investigate previous matches, which has infuriated many Counter-Strike fans on Twitter. For some, a professional match being investigated in the future doesn't seem fair. But for others, it could be the opposite. That's why this is such a sad situation. Problems like these are extremely tough to handle because we aren't used to them. So, on that note, let's end today's video. The rest is out of our hands. Let us know what you think is going to happen to Heroic, and which other teams do you believe will be punished? Also, let us know if you think we missed some vital information. Comment your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.